A family of 12 is without a home this evening, and a firefighter had a close call after a fire breaks out in a Marlin home. Good evening and welcome to the Texas Report. I'm reporter Rachel Wilson. An oxygen tank exploded, blowing out one of the walls in a home after a fire with a firefighter inside. But thankfully, the firefighter is okay. The fire broke out around 1 o'clock this afternoon. It took firefighters more than 3 hours to put out the flames.
When you have a large structure like this, of course, there was a roof collapse. It tends to trap a lot of hidden fire, and it's very difficult to access. Of course, the high winds today did have a negative effect on firefighting efforts, but we were able to compensate.
4 people were inside the home when the fire started, but they were able to get out safely. The rest of the family was at church when they got a call about the blaze, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. Fort Hood officials are on standby tonight after a fire continues to burn in a wooded area. This 2,000-acre fire started at 8 o'clock this morning near Brown's multi-use range on the western side of the impacted area. Officials say there's nothing in danger and helicopters are on standby until they can put out the flames due to the high winds preventing the water drop from the air. Officials say it is well contained. A Texas A&M alumni is dead after drowning in Lake Conroe. Authorities say 25-year-old Ross Limburg jumped off a party boat while he was with a group of Aggie fraternity members. He then fell into the lake near the April Sound just after midnight yesterday. Witnesses say he hit the bottom of the deck before falling into the water. Several people on the boat dove into the water but couldn't save them. Divers found Limburg's body about 30 minutes later, and an autopsy is pending. High schoolers get the scare of their lives after responders saved them from a Sweet 16 limo that got T-boned by a train. The accident happened last night just before 6, just east of downtown San Antonio. Firefighters say the limo's tires got stuck on the train tracks, and the driver couldn't budge the vehicle before the approaching train. The birthday girl and her Sweet 16 court all got out okay before the train hit the limo. The EMS and fire trucks took all the girls to the party. The hot, windy weather today made matters much worse for a huge warehouse fire in North Austin. Flames broke just before 10 o'clock this morning inside a 30,000 square foot warehouse. Everyone got out safely, but the concrete structure filled with smoke.
There's been a tremendous amount of smoke inside of there, so much so that our crews are reporting they take a couple steps inside of the building and they literally can't see their hands in front of their face.
The blaze was out, but the crews are still clearing the smoke, and investigators are looking into what caused it. A recycled materials company owns the building, and the products may have fueled the flames. One worker went to the hospital for smoke inhalation, but is expected to be okay. More and more reports of K2 overdoses are coming in from Austin. There are 2 new confirmed cases that came in yesterday from the synthetic drug. That brings the total to 22 within the past few days, including a pregnant mother in her 3rd trimester. K2 is designed to mimic marijuana and it also raises body temperature. Paramedics say as the temperature outside gets hotter, it seems that more cases will be coming up. On Friday, 30 people were also hospitalized in Dallas. Some college students are getting more than their bikes stolen. Police say when money gets tight on campus, people do some strange things.
The guy took my stuff, dumped out my books behind the dumpster, and took my computer and backpack.
Freshman Daquan Williams was the latest victim on Baylor's campus with what police call a crime of opportunity. He left his backpack in the Penland food court on April 23rd and reported it missing after he couldn't find it in the cubbies by the entrance the next morning. Baylor police say this is the time of year they receive the most reports of these thefts. Students leave their belongings unattended in the library for minutes and even hours. Authorities caution leaving anything unattended in public places, and they say always take your high pricey items when you leave. When we had a dry day today with some fire danger. Coming up, First Alert meteorologist Conley Ism will explain how that's going to go away tomorrow.